All right. I've recovered from the last episode I've watched. I would like to hope it isn't going to be as bad. I don't remember how many episodes there are. Is there 12? I don't know. I don't want to be spoiled for anything, so I know there's one season. But yes, in the last time we watched the OVA, in which we talked about she wrote a song for a play. That was super emotional. Technically, the last episode, episode 5, was her writing a letter for a princess, and we've come to a point of where Violet is pretty comfortable being a auto memory doll. So I don't really know where we go from here. Is there still things that she has to work on? Is she ever going to figure out whether or not Gilbert is KIA? I don't know. But without further ado, let's get straight on to it. Make sure with the original content as always. All right, and let's get going in 3, 2, 1, and go. The Justitia region, Estrella. Violin going hard.
Women from all over the continents are headed our way.
Hey, Leon.
Dolls, aren't they?
I love this music, even though most of it gets copyrighted.
Well, I heard that the reason dolls dress up is because they someday dream of marrying a rich man.
Where'd you hear that from?
That job actually disgusted me. I don't know why.
Sir, your eyes. Is your name Yuki? Because your eyes remind me of snow. I try.
Violet. It's been a while.
Luculia.
Violet, I admired your work with the Princess of Drossel.
Heck yeah.
You did a great job. Are you okay? You seem a little down.
What happened? No.
Oh, Violet.
I am Lebelier, the chief of Shahar Astronomy Headquarters of the
Goodness.
Justitia Observatory.
Don't tell me to repeat that.
It's a pleasure to meet you too, Mr. Levelier.
Wow.
Last month, we were fortunate to receive an enormous volume of extremely valuable manuscripts, all of them in terrible condition. So we brought in 80 auto memories,
Dang, 80?
along with our 80 transcription staff members. You will be working in pairs to decode and transcribe
she's gonna
the
get Leon.
manuscripts. Next, Leon.
Is that Harry Potter?
Donatus. You'll be paired with Violet Evergarden.
You're not gonna look at her in the eyes?
It is
Okay.
a pleasure to meet you.
I understand. I understand, sir.
Is something wrong?
What's the matter, Leon? Are you okay?
Blustered. This guy's gone. Oh, I thought he just kicked the door open. I was like, sir.
Let's see how you do with this manuscript written in a common classical language. It's an observation record of Allie's comet from 400 years
Oh,
ago.
I thought it was gonna be a love story.
You see, Allie's comet only comes around once every 200 years.
And when it is in high, gosh dang it, gotta do something about the Sozin comet with Fire Nation. Freak, screwed it
I'm
up.
gonna warn you that I'm fast at decoding. If you're unable to keep up with me,
Oh,
then
she
I'm
can keep
afraid
up.
You're useless to. Then show me what you can do.
Show me what you got.
The arrow of light pierced mightily through the dark heavens. Its long lumbering tail.
Oh,
slashed
she's
the head of
got
Saint
this.
Barbarossa.
This is easy for her.
Saint Barbarossa was also pierced with the arrow of light, which separated his body and soul.
Ow.
The arrow of light appeared in the past as well, as told by the
Don't try to read faster, sir. Or decode.
women became royal mistresses. Men were sacrificed at the banquets.
Okay.
All right, sir. Please continue if you would.
Yes, well, it seems as though you're able to keep up.
Quite so. Ooh, time lapse. Love it. That bird's just standing there the whole
I
time.
guess that's all the time we have.
His throat is tired.
Just able to complete 3 days worth of work. Your work pace is very efficient.
Nice.
I know that. So, how are you still standing after doing so much work?
I mean, she was sitting the whole time.
I carry around traveling on various modes of transportation.
Yes, but I don't understand why you choose to do this.
Why do I do it?
Oh gosh, here we go.
Because I was given this role.
Okay, I did not expect that.
I question whether or not I'm worthy of this wonderful work.
You shouldn't question it. You're fantastic.
That I feel bad that Leon's your partner. We all know he's insufferable.
He doesn't deserve to work with a beautiful woman like you.
I'm an orphan too.
You don't expect?
And I haven't lived a decent life as you seem to think.
Oh, but you're different, right? Yeah,
Yes.
of course.
But putting down another person to make you look better? How is that like a...
Let's go. She just doesn't seem to get it.
No, she gets it.
Sir, did you find the book you were looking for?
I found it.
Are you angry about something?
No, I'm not. This is just the way I look.
I understand, sir.
You and I are a bit similar.
Heck yeah.
Hey, you hear me, Leon?
Transfixed.
I
think that's the word.
Really go for it.
Hey, it's lunchtime. Why don't you eat with the others?
She doesn't eat.
You become defenseless while you eat and sleep. Your reaction to the enemy is slowed down. I used to be in the military.
The
Yeah.
military? I mean, you do just look like a normal girl, you know?
Normal?
I think that's good. That's what she wants to hear.
Don't you want to see it? It only comes around every 200 years. It won't
Oh,
happen
the
again
comment?
in your lifetime. Don't you want to see
Don't
it?
ruin the bread.
It's supposed to be unbelievably beautiful.
It's no longer soft. Now that is a view.
There's Allie's comet.
Cute.
It's most easy to see the tail of the comet when it's in the
Pretty
east sky
steep ledge.
before sunrise. Have some soup.
Adorable. She doesn't get it though, but it's still adorable.
You're very kind.
What are you saying?
You're very kind.
I'm not too good with women either.
Aren't we all?
Everything they said back there was true, you know? The stuff they said about me and my family. My mother was a wanderer,
So
a
what?
traveling entertainer. And that was when she fell in love with a man from this town and had a child. But one day, my father never returned. His work involved visiting dangerous territories as well. After 2 years, they stopped searching for him.
Mother!
Where the heck you think you're going?
Mother! Mother!
Gosh dang it, Mom. You just leave your kid?
She loved my father more than anyone. So she must have felt that she had no choice but to leave. But I guess she never thought about her son that she was leaving behind.
Yeah, that sucks.
Well, what about you?
Actually, I don't have any blood relatives. There was somebody else who always took care of me.
Don't you get lonely being separated?
Do you feel lonely?
That's an emotion I do not understand.
Do you think about that person sometimes?
All the time.
I think about him, always.
And doesn't your heart feel heavy when you don't see that person for a long time?
It does.
That's what it feels like to be lonely. I have a question. What if someone told you that person was in danger during your contract with me? You don't know if you could save that person.
Oh
even if you
no.
went.
Don't make up that
Did you still
situation. Basically, choose me or him.
It's not that.
Huh?
It's just that it's not a question. And I didn't think you would like my answer. For me, that person's existence is practically the world itself. Without them here, I'd rather be dead.
Oh, Hodgins, you better keep that a secret for the rest of your life. Oh, goodness. Or at least the rest of her life.
That means that you must be in love with the...
Sir, that comet. I think its tail is getting longer.
This is basically a once-in-a-lifetime encounter.
Yes.
This hits Earth.
Thank you for all your help, everyone.
Take care!
It's been a real pleasure. Goodbye, you guys!
You guys come back again, okay?
Never.
It was a short time, but thank you for taking care of me.
Sure.
Dang, you walked her that?
Violet,
How adorable.
If I waited here, I thought that maybe my mother would return with my father someday.
But she's not.
But I've made a decision. I'm gonna travel the world, just like you do.
Woo!
I know I could face a lot of danger. I might even die.
Okay.
My choice to go down that path.
Yes.
Then, maybe one day, we could meet again somewhere
Goodness gracious, sir. That's close.
If that happens,
Sir.
can we watch the stars together again? Yes? Farewell, Violet Evergarden!
Lean the other way.
Someday.
Adorable. I love it how she affects people so much by saying very little. And when she does say something, she says it with complete, you could say complete bluntness. I can't really think of another word for it, but it's so matter of fact. And the way she says it, it makes a person who's talking to her not question her motives, I guess. Does that make sense? Like for anybody else, you can probably question their motives. Like, why are they saying this? Are they being truthful? Is there any alternative motives? Yada, yada, yada. But when you're talking to Violet, it's very clear, very plain as day. Like what she says, she means, and what she means is the truth. So a lot of people, whether or not they know it or not, need that type of kicking the pants, I guess you could say, to discover themselves. And I feel like a lot of the times the people that Violet meets, they are stuck where they're at mostly because they overthink things. I will say really quickly, I'm glad to see Luculio back and she's prospering. Good for her. I do love this interaction between them two because at first Leon, it seemed like Leon had a, would you call it a superiority complex? I don't know, it sounds kind of harsh, but he did feel as though he was better than Violet. Maybe it was a little from what he said in the very beginning of the episode of where he had this kind of already preconceived notion of auto memories dolls. So he thought maybe he was just going to be a better, like quicker at deciphering the book than she was at typing. Luckily, Violet completely blew that whole notion out the water. So much so that it hurt his throat because he was speaking so much. And they got, what, 3 days worth of stuff done? Therefore, like maybe the next day they were complete in deciphering what they needed to accomplish. And I love it when these scenes happen where the person is overhearing a conversation between a person and another person, and they're talking about that other person who's eavesdropping. Because it lets the person who's eavesdropping know how people truly feel about them. And like even Leon says it, where everything the guys are saying are true, but seeing Violet's reaction to those accusations is what like got him to, I guess, eventually start traveling at the very end of the episode, where, because Violet said this when they were talking after this conversation, about this confrontation. Violet was saying how much the same they are. That's not the right words. How much stuff they have in common, I guess. Where they're both orphans, they didn't grow up in the best of things, best of ways. But I think that idea of them being similar people and her being able to travel everywhere is what eventually led him to finally like take a chance and start traveling as well. It does kind of suck for Leon. I mean, like as a mom, like what, I mean, it's hard because you could say the mom was being selfish, I guess, for choosing the dad over the son. But the word selfish, I don't know. Like, I think it was a bad choice. I think it was the bad choice for the mom to go after the dad. Because she's basically leaving her son, making the son the orphan. But when I say selfish, it just seems like it seems like a horrible word to explain what the mom actually is. Because she did it out of love. Right? She left out of the love for the dad, but she did so at the cost of leaving her son, which obviously scarred him because he brings up that same scenario with Violet, saying like, hey Violet, if you found out your loved one Gilbert was in trouble, like would you leave me here right now to go and save him. So obviously this whole scenario has scarred him for life. And I love how she basically says no comment because you wouldn't like my answer. Then she also says, I don't know exactly what she said, but she basically said if he doesn't exist anymore, then there is no reason to live. Which, ooh, I'm not looking forward to when she eventually finds out, because that is going to be the episode that I would probably find devastating. Hopefully it's not the next episode. But she's leaving and he basically tells her like, hey, I'm going to be going traveling as well. I'm going to be following in my father's footsteps. And if I die, I'm dying doing the thing I love. Cool. He almost died in this scenario though, because he was close to the edge and I do not see a bottom to that. So will he ever meet Violet ever again? I don't know. I would like to think he would. But then again, I don't think he will. Though with that being said, if he does meet her, I'll welcome it. But anyways, that was my reaction to Violet Evergarden episode 6. If you like my reaction, make sure to like and subscribe. If you guys want to know anything more, put a comment section down below. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.